Everyone, 26th of August, 12:34 or 26 minutes to 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturday here in Australia. Here's my latest video blog. I have had the week off. I've only done one or two videos in the last couple of weeks. I did go to Bali and I have been a little bit crook. Only just a bit of a chesty, nothing that you really want to know about too much. But I'm back. It is a Saturday and I've got a whole heap of things that I want to share with you. Today I'm going to try to keep this flowing, and that's the premise of my videos, and I've got to remember that just to keep giving you information, stuff that I'm sharing with you, and just remember none of this is financial advice or anything like that. It's just me enjoying doing videos and talking to people via the comments and things around the world in relation to this great exciting space. Whether you love it or hate it, I think it's worth talking about. I think there's a lot of very interesting things coming up. And this is our future, so we should be self-aware and learn to think for ourselves, go and be diligent, do the information, the research and the study is probably the word, and do what you need to do for you to get yourself into a position where you understand everything a little bit clearer. So what I want to quickly just run through is I want to go through the charts very quickly, or the global charts, just give you a little bit of insight there. Something to be aware of. I want to just share with you, one's a Bitcoin info graphic and another couple of videos that I found during the week. I want to talk to you about Monero and what I'm doing with a slush fund, and I did talk about this the other day. It's not necessarily something you should go and jump into without research, but I want to share with you the experience that I'm going through over the next 24 hours just for the sake of sharing and information and learning. I do want to talk to you about an ICO as well, not for a bounty or anything like that. It's opening tonight, something that resonated with me, and I'm going to share with you what that is. So just quickly, number one is global charts. As you can see here, I've prepared this chart. Now from May 17 we saw it took off. Now I was lucky, I got in January. It's been a roller coaster emotionally, and there's ups and downs. At the moment, $156 billion. Where's this money coming from? The money's coming from somewhere, and it's a major institution or a collective or a series of invested parties who want to get in early or who want this entire crypto space to do well. Now, without going into conspiracies and things like that, there is no doubt that there are good positives, goods and bads, or negatives, if you like, of this entire space, and I think you've got to align yourself with those that are going to best facilitate humanity into the future. But in saying that, all-time high. Now, a month ago it was at 64 billion after retracing from an all-time high of 115 billion. Now it's at 155. Okay, so it's gone from 64 at the low, as you can see this little dip here, up to 155. Now, what I wanted to do is say this. If you're looking to get into the space, be aware that we're at an all-time high. If you buy now, there could be a retracement over a period of time. Who knows what's going to happen? Webbot reported that this particular new wave is going to be double the size and the width in regards to time to the first stage that we saw in May and July through to July. So if you're invested into a crypto asset and you like the tech and you align yourself with it, then any time is probably going to be a good time to buy. However, be aware that you could see red as early as tomorrow or over the next month. It could retrace. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's going to double from here, and that's the scary thing of investments, is that you have to think for yourself. You have to make these decisions. And that's where the old trading analogy comes in. You've got to buy on a low, sell on a high, or if you are going to buy for a longer term, then whenever there is a retracement, you've got to improve your averages. I mean, that's all the only information and suggestions I can give you, or advice I can give you. We are at an all-time high. I'm not buying anything at the moment. I am buying into some ICOs and things, and I am doing some day trading just to improve my position. However, I am encouraging people to come into the space. But be mindful that it's at the highest it's ever been, so it could retrace. And that's all I wanted to share with you. All-time high, meaning it's a positive. We saw it go into Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Neo, some of the other alts. Monero's getting smashed today, massive, in a positive way. Lots of influx of cash. and I'm going to run through that with you in a minute. So there's a lot of positives to the entire space. Altcoins have not seen as much money, okay, yet. So maybe September and October, some of the key old school ICO, alts that have been around for a long time, I think we'll see a second wave of influx, especially as they get some new releases of information and things like that, and people start to learn a little bit more about the tech. You'll find that new money will enter the space and into these particular alts. And in time, because there is only a limited supply of certain coins and certain alts, you'll find that the value should rise. But again, you know, it's all speculation. I'm in it for the long term, which is 1 or 2 years. And anyone that's looking at buying, I suggest you go and do your study. Let's get rid of that. Come back up. Now, this is an infographic on Bitcoin. 10 years worth of information, 58 insane facts. I put it onto my online Coaching Australia website under all articles, and it is also on my Sebastian Jago Steem at Sebastian Jago profile page. All it is just this little infographic. Now, Josh from Webmastery Jury and BitcoinPlay.net asked me to put it on my website, not for money or anything, just as a share if I'd be interested in it. And I liked it, and I thought, yeah, that's cool. And I added a little bit of, it's just content really. If you want to have a look at this infographic, you can go to my website and have a look. I think it's pretty cool. So that's all I want to share on that one. Next one is, just going to get rid of this, I like being neat, is Monero. Earlier in the week I talked about how I was putting together a bit of a slush fund. Now, I made a good little bit of money from Neo. I bought in around about between $6 and $12, a certain amount of shares, and then it went to about 60 Australian when I was in Bali last week, and then I sold out around about 45, 46 Australian, and I've made a nice little amount of money. Now, what I did was I moved it into Stratus for pretty much 24 hours, and I made about 15% on that. Because there was a bit of news that I wanted to jump on, and I was again speculating. Right, this is not investment advice. This is me taking a punt and showing a little bit of confidence with my trading. Now, what I did 4 days ago. Now, as you can see on this graph here, Monero did a big jump. Now, I have Monero in a long-term part of my portfolio, and I've had it since February. Now, I moved my Neo funds into here, and I bought at a little bit of a high. I bought in at about 2.4, and I thought, oh, I've made a mistake here. And the first 2 or 3 days, it just went horizontal. Now, what I was looking for is that on the 27th of August, BitThumb, which is a Korean exchange, is going to be releasing Monero for the first time on their exchange. And what they're doing, and I think today or earlier today, they've opened up the doors for deposits. Now, the good news is they're also giving a 1% incentive for all Koreans or anyone that's on that exchange for Monero. So it's quite a nice little incentive. Now, I knew this, and that's the premise of this first initial spike here, is that of this news of being released on BitThumb, some big people got into Monero early, and they've been trading it with Autobots for the last 3 or 4 days. And I got in there and bought some extra in light that I was predicting that Monero would go through the roof over the next 24 hours, between the 26th, 27th and 28th. Now, it's a massive risk. We might see it spike and really drop down. You could see the complete opposite. The old buy on the rumour, sell on the news type of thing. Maybe I've missed the boat. So far I'm up a little bit, and what I've done here is I've set sell orders in thirds of my particular amount of money, up from about 0.03. Now, I'm hoping it gets to 0.03. If it hits 0.03, my first third's going to sell, and then I've got another third and a third and a third above that. And I'm just going to take whatever profit I get from that as profit. Profit's profit. If it goes well beyond that, so be it. I've missed it. I'm just decided to take a very conservative gain. So far it's creeping up there, it's getting close, and I'm hoping over the next 12 hours we see a massive influx over that 0.03. Now, I'm not saying you go and do the same thing, it might be too late, maybe you've missed it, but all I wanted to do is just share with you some little moments of trading that I'm going to be doing with my little slush fund for the purpose of between 5 and 15%. Now, if it does make anything more than that, based on a bit of a gut instinct, then that's a bonus. And all I want to do is share with you these little moments, and I'll probably keep this going as a little bit of a segment over the next few. For as long as if I lose all the money, then I won't be able to do it. But if it keeps winning, then it might be an education process for all of us. You've got to take the wins and the losses and learn from your experiences, and that's what this is all about. So that's Monero. Who knows? 24 hours of madness. Could go through the roof, could bottom out. Who knows? Keep your eye on it. Might be something to learn from and see what's going on. Next thing is... that's what I wanted to share with you. This was another blog I did on my Sebastian Jago at Steem and on my Online Coaching Australia page. Now, I'm big into frequencies and vibrations and energy, occult knowledge. Everything's been kept from us. I think we've been fed a whole heap of bullshit over the last 100 years to keep us dumb. And it's, I don't care if anyone wants to call it a conspiracy. The more and more life and the universe. Now, I'm not into religion, however, I'm into spirituality, and I'm into understanding our origins. So things like sound and energy and frequencies, and understanding how they relate to our life and our existence. Now, anyone that's followed Michael Tellinger, he's a South African, very charismatic. I know that he's getting massively trolled on his YouTube pages by trolls, because all they do is they're very horrible comments and things. And whenever you see that, you know that he's doing something right. And I think they're paid trolls to try to get people to not even bother looking at the video, because stupid people will not press the button because they'll go and listen to what other people think. So what you've got to do is you've got to make these decisions yourself. This is a really good video series. There's 2 videos on this page on my Sebastian Jago. But if you look up Michael Tellinger on YouTube, 2017 Sound, Resonance and Magnetics in Reality video, I think you're going to have a really, really good time and really, really enjoy it as much as I did. And it's all about understanding how sound was the creation of everything, and certain forms and symbols create vibrations and sounds, and we've got to be very mindful about what we surround ourselves with, because they are sending off particular vibrations. But without going into it too much, this is going to break open your reality of everything in regards to space, Einstein, everything from sound, religion, and it's really good food for thought. And I think that this is the future, and everything from healing and our greater status of awareness comes back to this knowledge. So I plead with you to go and watch these videos and do more research into sound resonance, and especially magnetics and magnetic realities, or magneto-electric realities. So that's what I want to share with you there. There's my Sebastian Jago at Steem. Get involved in. Reason being, this is not a bounty video, by the way. This is just me sharing with you something that I like. Now, the Commodity Ad Network, which is the CDX pre-sale token, what they're looking at doing is giving advertising opportunities to truth networkers, anyone that wants to share information that exposes corrupt governments or corporate structures and wants to get paid for it. They're going to align advertising mediums and opportunities with these particular groups. And I think that's a very, very powerful thing for freedom of speech. You've got to be able to, in this capitalist society, you've got to be able to earn some money for your time and effort. And I think this is a great initiative. I'm not saying it's going to be the best ICO in the world. It's going to make you millions of dollars. All I wanted to do is share with you reasons why I think, from a moral point of view, I think this is a really good one, which is going to support the whole decentralized focus and moving away from the corrupt government structures and corporate structures that we're facing. You've got to fight for these things, and this is the type of stuff that's going to support that change in mindset. So what I'm going to do is just read this first paragraph. What is the Commodity Ad Network? The Commodity Ad Network is a network of creative minds, bloggers, website owners, content creators, minds that go against the powers that be, who speak out against the corruption of governments and corporate structures. The commodity ad network is here to serve these people who, if given the chance, are capable of changing the thought processes of millions of others' minds all over the world. Interestingly, creative minds like these are extremely underpaid. It almost seems as if the very system they keep exposing as fraudulent, corrupt and outright evil doesn't want them to be able to make a good living out of their blogging. The goal of the commodity ad network is to pair up the correct content creators with the correct advertisers in an ad network that charges advertisers less and pays out to content creators more than any other large ad network, just like YouTube or Google AdSense. We do this because we believe that only the correct mix of content creators and advertisers is a profitable mix. It is going to be a network token or ticker symbol CDX on the Ethereum-based ERC token platform. So I like the entire premise of that. I think that is a great idea. And so just for those who are interested in this type of stuff, go and do your research. Here's your study. Go and have a look. It's commodityadnetwork.com. The pre-sale is on tonight. There's the running clock at the time of this video, which is about midnight Australia on the 26th of August, which will be the 26th of August wherever this particular token is being held. It is going to be run through your Ether wallet. It will be Ether. If that's something you're interested in. The pre-sale, I think it's about 20 cents US is going to be the price of the token. I like the sound of that. There's only 90,000 tokens in exchange, so it seems pretty affordable for a lot of people. They're also offering a 100% reward bonus if you get in to this pre-sale, so around about 10 cents in total. Now there is information on that in regards to the pre-sale. The address here, let me just find it actually. There's also a, just press the button there, there's also a how to get involved into the ICO page if you're interested in it. That's pretty easy to find as well, and it just runs you through how to do it if it's something you haven't done before. But you know, again, you've got to take everything with a grain of salt. I've been pretty fortunate. I'm not against ICOs. The ICOs that I've got involved with so far have made a return. Not that I've sold them, but they're in very good positions. They're also have aligned with my values in regards to decentralisation and trying to find ways of moving away from corrupted systems or centralised systems that are going to restrict humanity's ability to thrive. And that's what's frustrating me a lot as a person, and I'm trying to do my own bit. And I've got a lot of things that I want to do as well. I've got my whiteboard here, whole heap of stuff that I'm looking at doing in the next couple of years. I'm going to Russia next year. I'm going to go and do some study on the pyramid technology and everything in regards to those sound resonance. I want to be able to create a whole heap of new decentralised platforms for government structures and community structures, but you know, one day at a time. At the moment, I'm just trying to create opportunities for myself to be able to do that, and you know, in the meantime, I'm going to keep sharing these videos with you. So that's all I've got with you, is just that stuff today. I'll probably keep it there. I've got some more information on some other ICOs I want to share with you that are going to be launched in September. I'm still researching them and waiting for some information back from a marketing team on those. So once that's done, I will share that with you. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments on my YouTube. Get onto my Steem and upvote my posts and things. You know, give me 20 cents. It always helps. Not that I'm doing this for any money, but anyone that jumps on my Steem, and I do upvote them as well. So it's a bit of a give. And that's what I love about Steem, is we can express ourselves, have a good conversation, and then pay each other. So you know, it does help pay the electricity bill. So that's all I got today. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and tune in to my next video.